Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Warcraft Rumble HEROIC campaign guide, I'm going to take a look at the easiest way to defeat heroic General Colbatann using the Swole Troll, which is one of the newer minis. General Colbatann's effect, would like to kindly introduce the concept of permafrost, means that all of your minis are going to be suffering from the frost effect during the entire fight, so they will attack slower and they will move slower. Well, except for the Swole Troll, which is unstoppable and not affected by this at all. My previous strategy for Colbatann used to be to take this tower with unbounds and then attack Colbatann from here. And I actually still did it with minus 3.7 levels while I was testing this, so it still works. Nothing has changed, the old strategy is still perfectly valid. But this one is even easier, because now I'm just going to go through the bridge and I'm not going to take the tower at all. I know people had already been going through the bridge since Chimera was introduced, because you can kind of do it with Chimera, except that Chimera is kind of fragile and you can't do it nearly as low leveled as you can do the taking the tower strategy. But now Swole Troll allows you to go through the bridge with as low levels as you can take the tower. So you want to position your minis here at the right edge of the left deployment zone, so that they don't walk too close to the tower, because then the tower will shoot at them. So you want your minis to walk through here over the bridge, and at the start you probably want to use a blizzard to take out these eggs, because eggs are a little bit difficult to take out still, depending on your levels of course. And then you want to get a Swole Troll, and then you want to get a pair from Pyromancer and Witch Doctor, so that they will provide you with DPS against air units. Swole Troll going through, and Swole Troll absolutely with the Troll Train talent or no talent at all. You just don't want to have Meteor Elbow, because you don't want Swole Troll to attack at any eggs. And then you just apply pressure through here, steal gargoyles still with banshees if necessary. Sometimes your ranged DPS can kill them. Use your ranged DPS, they will control the bridge, and that means that they're going to shoot at a bunch of things. Use unbounds in order to turn some huntresses around if huntresses come around, so that you will be able to kill the huntresses instead of huntresses getting kills on your minis. Also Swole Troll with Troll Train helps with that, because that stuns the hunters for a while and then turns the hunters around a little bit too, so it also helps preserve your ranged DPS. And that's pretty much the story. You just keep applying pressure and eventually Colbatann is going to crumble. This is my main army for this strategy. Ideally, I would use the same army with every leader. You don't really need the leader for anything. So I have a Banshee that can steal some gargoyles. I have Blizzard, which can take care of eggs, can take care of skeleton bodies, can stop things. Just very useful spell. I have the Swole Troll with the Troll Train talent. Then I have Pyromancer and Witch Doctor, so that these two provide some ranged DPS and also AoE DPS on range. That's very important. And then an unbound, in this case the Earth Elemental, which is the best unbound for tanking Huntress, because Huntress deals physical damage. You can adjust this a little bit, so I've done this with Quillbore instead of Earth Elemental, for example, to get the arm slots fit a little bit better. I have used the Necromancer with Sylvanas instead of Pyromancer, although Pyromancer is much better for this, so you really don't want to go with that Necro. But it's possible to do it like that as well. And just go through the bridge, apply pressure, and eventually Colbatann is going to crumble. And let's take a look at a few kills using this strategy in action. So here we go, heroic Colbatann with Tirion. Okay, what do I have? I don't have a Blizzard ready. I would really like to take out those eggs. And at the start, don't hurry. I mean, I can wait. I can deploy my minis quite far back. Just take my time, chill, take it easy. I want to get rid of those eggs now, because those eggs, Banshee can steal those eggs if it goes at the wrong time, and then sometimes your ranged DPS have trouble killing those eggs. So there's just multiple problems that can happen here. And in this one I have two gargoyles coming, so I have another gargoyle coming from the right side. So actually what I should have done here probably is placing the ranged DPS going up at the bridge and then steal the right side gargoyle. I think that would have been a superior plan compared to what I did. But there are upsides to this as well, because I'm now clearing all of the eggs. I have good access to mining from here, so there's still good things going on here as well. As if that Huntress would just run past, and it does, that's nice. Then, as soon as I take care of the Huntress, now I will be able to send... Oh, this went actually quite smoothly. No worries whatsoever. Now I get rid of the Huntress. I can send my troops out there. Oh, that's a lot of... It's a lot of whelps. Could have cycled maybe for another Witch Doctor and handle them with that. Anyway, here, let's go. We send out the Banshee, grab the Gargoyle. Banshee is in off slot in most of the armies. In some armies, the Banshee is in the proper slot as well. And that's why it's important to have the Pyromancer plus Witch Doctor, because their double AoE is enough to clear those whelps quite reliably. Whereas if you have just one or the other, then the whelps might end up beating them up. And here, turning around the Huntress just before it gets to attack. It's important to turn it around before it actually attacks, and then my DPS can handle it. Although now my DPS is going to die to that blizzard. But that's fine too. Some of them survived. Okay, and as long as I have the DPS here on top of the bridge, then as you can see, they kill Griffin Riders, they kill Gargoyles that are going past the bridge. Controlling that bridge just gives me so much leverage. I'm able to get very effective trades. But I often need that Pyro plus Witch Doctor. If I have just one, then often with these levels I end up losing them. So I typically need them both. And they do go very, very slowly. I mean, the Swole Troll isn't exactly much faster than the lighter. I actually also tried Swole Troll with Dryad, so that then it would just run towards the boss, but then it outran its helpers, and that meant that Swole Troll was vulnerable, and then Swole Troll usually ended up dead, and it just didn't benefit me. But here, the trolls. We're getting some trolls out there, together with some ranged DPS. Colbatann keeps taking damage. Troll punches it in the face. Colbatann goes down. In Heroic Colbatann with Horde, one of the easier fights. This was my first attempt actually with Horde. I'm using Cairne as a leader, so that Cairne is going to give me all of that additional health on those minis, and it's just beautiful. But again, position a bit further away, delay, although here I want to position these ranged DPS now at the front, because I already spent some time earlier, and the Swole Troll is already working its way there. So here I probably want to steal that Gargoyle before it gets to hit my base. It managed to hit my base once. And my ranged DPS is a little bit behind, which means that now the Griffin Rider got a lot of free shots on the Swole Troll, and so does the Huntress. That's not ideal, but it's acceptable. Here again, trying to turn the Huntress around. Yes, we turn the Huntress around, so that then the ranged DPS will be able to finish it off. And boom, there goes the Huntress. Beautiful. And again, really important to have that Pyromancer plus Witch Doctor. That is the thing that gives me enough damage. If I didn't have them both here, then they probably would have... If I had just one, it probably would have died there already. Trying to support the Swole Troll a little bit, because now I noticed that there were some skeletons out there, but couldn't support it quite as much as I had hoped. Either way, more troops are on the way. Earth Elemental is fighting, Swole Troll is coming. I don't think I will be able to get another Earth. No, then there's a Blizzard as well. Those Blizzards can be a little bit annoying, so you typically would like to get your minis to go like just 2 minis, 3 minis max in a same bunch, so that you don't clump them up too much. Now those skeletons are a little bit annoying. I think I want to steal that Gargoyle. That Gargoyle, of course, will not be useful even after being stolen, unless I can kill those... well, if I kill those skeletons, then maybe. I had an alternative where I don't kill the skeletons, I steal the Gargoyle and just let it go, and try to get stuff out there on the bridge, more stuff on the bridge, because like, look at that troll, is super scary, but it's just killed from a bow. That Huntress, super scary, but taking hits from a bow. Look at that. That Huntress made it towards my base, but look at the remaining health. Base just looks at the Huntress and boom, Huntress dead. Now that troll managed to catch me a little bit by surprise. That's okay. I have a gargoyle. Gargoyle at the tower, but I'm not primarily interested in the tower. Tower is not what I'm looking for. Again, using the elemental here. Just turning the boss around. I managed to take the tower. Well, then I lost the tower though. But now I have a good push here. Well, look at that Swole Troll. Swole Troll doing some work. It's just troll training time. Pow. Pow. And pow. And pow. Look at the Swole Troll. It's beautiful. Next up, some Emperor Thaurissan action. So potentially I can hubris the Swole Troll to give it some more levels. But let's see. Just taking it easy, allowing myself to get close to the gold cap here. And waiting to see what happens. Then deploying the Blizzard. And now I'm pondering between going with the Swole Troll or just sending out the ranged DPS. And then I'm going to send the ranged DPS with a Banshee, so I will take this first Gargoyle. And then I will have Gargoyle that is going to tank for me, and then I will have those ranged DPS supporting it. And there, good opportunity to use a Blizzard again, gets rid of a Troll, a Griffin Rider, Eggs, Miner, denies mining, just all sorts of good stuff. And now that we have control of the bridge, whenever the AI sends something below the bridge, we're just softening them up. That's always scary, and that happens because there's a lot of eggs. So again, we need to have both the Pyromancer and we need to have the Witch Doctor out there. If I had just one, then that mass of whelps would have just killed them. Now I would really want to Blizzard away those. Maybe I didn't need to. Witch Doctor would have killed the mages anyway. I thought it was not going to be able to do it, but it would have been able to, so underestimated the damage potential of my Witch Doctor a little bit there. Alright. And you can always send kobolds even if there are eggs. Kobolds don't break eggs. Obviously the Rime Skeleton, the skeletal mages, will stop a kobold. But eggs will not. So again, we're having a bunch of stuck and just look at those. Again, yeah, the Huntress gets through, but the Huntress is so damaged. Huntress is so deeply damaged at that point. It won't do much. Boom, boom. But I keep sending more in small groups. Small groups so that there won't be good Blizzard targets. But there is a steady stream of pressure. And it just keeps coming, and it keeps coming, and it keeps coming. And eventually Colbatann just can't keep up. Here we go. Now my groups caught up with each other a little bit, so they ended up going into Blizzard. But Colbatann's health is low, and there's a Swole Troll. 1v1. And Colbatann goes down. Well, Sylvanas cannot buff a Pyromancer, so with Sylvanas I had to change my comp a little bit. But the main strategy remains the same. I also found I think I need like 3-4 attempts with Sylvanas. I also discovered that I don't actually want to play Sylvanas very much, because Sylvanas costs 6 gold. And whenever I played Sylvanas here, trying to get somewhere by playing Sylvanas, then it just wasn't worth it. I did not get enough out of the gold investment. So in this one, this is the first attempt where I said to myself, okay, I'm just not going to play Sylvanas unless I really get into some kind of super good position to do that. But mostly I won't. And here I'm trying to support my team on the bridge. Reasonably well. That's okay-ish. Alright. Necro is doing... Oh, Necro is going... Ooh, Necro survived. It's taking some hits, but it survived. We have a good push going at Colbatann. Now I did lose the tank, which means that the others are soon going to die. That's also a Huntress. But it's okay. Happens. Colbatann still lost almost half its health. Now I have a bit of a problem that the Witch Doctor is being pushed by the Swole Troll. I figured that with a Blizzard maybe I can just barely save the situation. And I was. And that Swole Troll, as you can see, the Troll Train. Troll Train is so good here. You could do this with no talent. You won't be able to do this with Meteor Elbow. But Troll Train is the best. And again, we're just destroying stuff from the bridge, making super efficient gold trades. Now there is the matter of all of those. That was a little bit of a bad, poor hit. It did kill the troll though. That was good, but I was too late to slow. And the Huntress. Huntress still remains a major threat. There it just wiped most of my things. Now it's still alive as well, so it's going to be hard. I probably have to wait a little here. Let's wait for the Huntress to get close to my base, so that Huntress will die, and then I will send another push. So Huntress gets close to base, but doesn't go further than that. And now I'm in position to send another push. And here I figured now Sylvanas might be useful, because the eggs are positioned far enough out from the stairs that Sylvanas should be able to get a good shot. And then turning around the Huntress once again. Alright. I'm a little bit sad about the Blizzard. Losing Sylvanas to a Blizzard too, like 6 gold. That's painful stuff. And my Blizzard won't be in time either. There's too many skeletal mages and... oh dear. Oh, actually it turned out quite alright. Surprisingly well with the gargoyle. A bit lucky there. Although the Swole Troll would have finished it anyway. So, boom. And let's do this one more time with beasts. My original comp didn't have any beast minis in it. So, now I'm using Quillbore instead of Earth Elemental just so that I can get those bonus levels. And let's see how that's going to work out. Again, releasing the minis far away. Holding for a while. Then using the Blizzard. Get rid of those eggs, so that I will be able to steal very consistently. Because the Banshee doesn't see the gargoyle very well over the stairs. So if there's a gargoyle flying and there's an egg on the ground, the Banshee will usually spot the egg first. And that might not be what you want, unless you want to steal the egg. But no, you don't want to steal the egg. Now I managed to miss that Griffin Rider, sadly, with my attempt. Also here, another note, I don't want to play Charlga, because Charlga can only hit ground targets at the moment. That will change, actually, as soon as next week, potentially, when Charlga is going to get a bit of a buff, and then Charlga will be more playable, so you can play Charlga. But here I'm doing this before Charlga buff. There won't be any buffs for the army of Colbatann, so only potentially for your army. But here doing this before the Charlga buffs means that Charlga will pop eggs happily, and then Charlga will let all of those whelps to hit right at you. So I try to avoid playing Charlga whenever I can. Okay, in this specific map that is. Trying to get another and shelter. Maybe we can steal that gargoyle. Boom, that's a gargoyle. 3 gargoyles, wonderful. It's going to take a beating from the tower though, but that's still fine. Wondering how to use my Blizzard. I decided that I will try to protect my minis from the Griffin Rider. But now there's a whale peg, and that's going to shoot a lot at my Swole Troll. which is unpleasant. Troll does make it to Colbatann and starts smacking, but need a little bit more than that. Those kobolds also make for good distractions. And here the Swole Troll with the Troll Train. Now Troll Train brought it within reach of the tower, but that seems to be acceptable for the time being. Sending another group, again Witch Doctor plus Pyromancer. And I have the Swole Troll died. I thought I would be supporting the Swole Troll there, but died, so I won't. And Witch Doctor, just look at that. Phenomenal work. Look at that. Just I can see the gold income going in my favor. All of those minis being destroyed for nothing. Oh, just look at that. It's beautiful. Alright, it's overtime. Time to keep launching these similar assaults. The assault group is coming. Also using the Unbound. And I'm using the spells and the Swole Troll. And look at that Swole Troll tanking Colbatann, hitting it, and that's another win. So that's how easy Heroic Colbatann is now in the Swole Troll world. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.